Ah,
Here he is.
hello. Yes, I'm there. In a world where gaming arguments never end, one man believes the greatest games ever made came on cartridges, loaded instantly and never needed a 60 gig update. Another believes games should have ray tracing, 4K graphics, massive open worlds, and frame rates so smooth they practically butter your toast. This is Grandad and Mr Tech, the podcast where retro gaming meets modern technology. Welcome. All right.
Welcome,
Oh.
Grandad.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know how to tell you this, Grandad. I've got a news flash.
Okay.
It might affect our career trajectory as a podcast. I think I've given up gaming, Grandad.
You've given up gaming?
Well, yeah, I think I've given up gaming because I haven't played any games. Like, when did we last speak? It's just after Christmas.
Cause it must be almost, it must be getting on for a month.
After Christmas.
Yeah.
And what have I done since Christmas? I've watched a lot of NFL. I watched the rest of the NFL season. That's American football for you Madden fans. Well, not Madden fans, you'd know, but for you non-Madden fans, that's American football. And the team that I support, the mighty Seattle Seahawks, won the Super Bowl. So that was very exciting. There's no gaming being played around that time. And then I went off on a little trip with a Nintendo lad and some other mutual friends of ours to watch movies all week, which was an excellent time. And I did play some games when I was away.
What did you play?
I put up on the big screen Ninja Saviors.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about before, the Switch like remaster of Ninja Warriors.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favourite discoveries last year. So I played a bit of Ninja Saviors just to test the screen out. That was good. And then I think we played about 5 minutes of the Xeno Crisis.
Oh, yeah.
Another pod favourite. And I think that was all the gaming we did, which is fair enough because we're on a mission to watch films. And then since I've been back, I don't think I've hardly played anything. Like I played a few minutes of something I will talk about. And I just wondered if I'd given up gaming. I've hit a wall where the game I was playing and trying to get through in this mission to play one game at a time and actually finish games that we've also talked about. I was playing. Come on, brain. Chained Echoes. Did I talk about that? I did, didn't I? JRPG type thing. And I'm up to however many tens of hours in that. And I was pushing and pushing and pushing, trying to finish it. And then on one of the occasions I have gamed, I got to a point in it where I've just divorced it. We've fallen out.
Hey, right.
Me in this game. I pushed on when the story started getting ridiculous, as JRPG stories often do. I mean, it's hardly a criticism. I pushed on when the story got ridiculous, and I just realised I'm not going to follow this story anymore. I'll just forget it. I'm enjoying the fighting. That's still entertaining me. And I think I'm really close, but get this. So I don't say this phrase very often. Have you heard the phrase, which is probably more of a modern gaming Mr. Tech type phrase? Have you heard people say, when a game disrespects your time. Have you heard that?
I've not. No, no.
Well,
Is that a thing? Is it? Is it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That is a thing these days when people talk about this game disrespect my time, and I kind of hate that. But I suffered something in this game, and I had to hold my hand up and say, this game is disrespecting my time because I'm at what is maybe the final boss. I think possibly. So I beat this boss, and it was a bit of a git in the way it was coded to be. I wasn't impressed. Like ramping up the difficulty in a way that to me felt a bit cheap because it's like, well, it's the end. It's got to be really difficult, you know. So I was whittling this thing down, and it gets to a point where suddenly it's allowed to take 4 turns for every one of mine. This is a turn-based game, yeah.
Okay.
So I beat that thing through gritted teeth and thought, fine, okay. And then he turned into a new form and I had to beat him again. Okay, fine. This is what games do these days. You can't have one end boss. You have to like have 4 bosses in one, one after the other. And I beat that one. And then I got to the next one and I thought, maybe I'll be able to push through this tonight. Let's finish this thing. And then this boss was just just so to me so cheap in what he was doing to make it difficult. And I put in a couple of hours on it. I failed once. I tried again. It was getting late. I thought I can't really stay up anymore. I'll come back to this. So when I failed and it gave me the option to just stop, I stopped. And then I discovered that if I want to restart now, I have to go back the start of that chain of 3 bosses in the very first one. And again, this is the common thing. Like I've played hard as nails games that do this, so I'm no lily livered gamer. I'm quite persistent, as you know. But I've just spent like 2.5 hours on, and now I need to stop. And I've got to do all of them again. Like, why couldn't it just save me a checkpoint? Like, it's fine. I don't need to prove I can do all 3 at once without. And it was at that point, I had to say to myself, this game is disrespecting my time. And I uninstalled it on the spot.
Uninstalled it? That's pretty major.
I thought to myself, why am I doing this? I've played this game for like 60 hours or so. I have enjoyed it, but I've been holding myself so hard to this pledge to finish it. I'm going to finish this, and I'm not going to play anything else till I've finished it. And this happened, and I just thought, no, I can't do this. I'm gonna uninstall this thing. I'll go and watch the final cutscene, which will be nonsense anyway, because the story's it's just nonsense at this point. It's been nonsense for quite a while. And if it had just had an ability to restart me from that third of the final bosses, maybe there's a 4th one as well. Who knows? Like I can't waste another 2.5 hours. I don't want to do another 2.5 hours to come back and do it again because it was already quite taxing. I hadn't bothered to upgrade my characters for a while because I was getting sick of doing that as well. And yeah, I uninstalled it and thought, I just can't do it. I just go away game. And this is a divorce. I've gone from thinking this is great to thinking this isn't that good, but I'll persist, to thinking, well, I've done 20, 30 hours. I'll finish it because, you know, generally like the combat model, to then being get stuffed, just leave my house and never come back. And then since then, I've just been in a bit of a fog of like,
put you off all games.
What do I play now? Like I've put 50 hours into this. I haven't finished it, and I suddenly realised, you'll probably laugh at this, all the games that I've got stacked up to go, most of them are quite massive, and I just had a real sinking feeling of, do I want to? Am I going to start another 50-hour game now and like
Mm.
waste all the, not waste, but am I going to put 50 hours into something else? So I've hit like I'm lost at sea. I'm lost at gaming sea, and I don't know where to land my little gaming ship because nothing is making me think I want to start playing that. There are things that I thought, oh, I'll start playing that, and then because of this, I'm having that knee jerk reaction like, do I want to start 50 hours of something again? I don't know if I can do it.
It's a big commitment though, isn't it? And like you say, it's like you see them all in like little piles of time, and yeah, 50 hours here, 60 hours there. I get that. Um, that is frustrating. I've not really experienced that with that kind of game, but I remember a long time ago, I got to the last level on GoldenEye on the Wii, I think it was. And literally, it was getting to that. There was something that was particularly frustrating that I just couldn't, I just died just before I kind of completed the whole game. And
Mm.
you're right, I had a kind of similar revelation of why on earth am I keep going through this every single time, putting myself through pain. I was so close to completing it, and I don't complete many games, but in the end, yeah, I just thought, no, that's it. I'm not putting myself through it. Got rid of the game, and yeah, never bothered with it. But I can get where you're coming from, because it's when those games start to become not fun. They feel like work, and like you say, why put yourself through it? That's a lot of time investment as well, and you can't keep going back to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I felt stupid. I felt betrayed. Like I've given you 50 hours of my life.
yeah,
Just give me the indulge me in letting me finish you. Like I don't just may have a hardcore option for people that are kind of desperate to like, oh no, don't make it easy. I want to complete all three
yeah.
last
Well, at least
bosses
have
in
the
one go.
option. Yeah,
It
yeah,
would
yeah.
be possible to put in a checkpoint there, a
Easy.
save point. You know, do you, and I don't like to be. That's a sign of a non authentic gamer who's difficulty level. Do you want an easy mode, mate? It's like, yeah, damn right I do right now. I don't want to do. I beat the two previous bosses. I beat it. Just let me beat the one I haven't beat. For
Yeah,
God's
yeah.
sake. Oh, and then I've struggled to. I haven't bought. I have stuck to my pledge of not buying any new games since January.
That's
Oh,
good.
I did spend £5 on a Xenoblade Chronicles Switch 2 upgrade, but that's not really a new. That's just like
Yeah,
that's some extra frames per second, and I like my frames per second. So I haven't bought any games, but I just don't know what to do now. I want to be into something,
mm.
and I think it's, again I don't know I don't know what will excite me now. I just don't know what to pick up to try and have that like, oh yeah, games are great. This is great fun. The closest I came was just before going away in February for that trip. I was having a good time playing Streets of Rage 2 on a
Mhm.
retro handheld, and loving the soundtrack. And then Nintendo lad gave me the soundtrack, which is awesome. And that was the closest I've come. So maybe you've been right all this time. Maybe I should just go play like a five
Good.
minute pickup game.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
this is a very important bit of self discovery here. Let's just not say gaming is about mindless. This gaming is a way to tap into your inner psyche. I've realised that part of me wants to play games that are kind of this size and have an obvious structure that you do once and you finish. And I think I'm a little bit addicted to that feeling or that thought that, oh, I could finish that. I've done that. Whereas when you play something like Streets of Rage 2, yes, you can finish it, but arcade games, pick up and play games, casual games, you could just play them forever, really, can't you? They're not so obviously. There's no big narrative that's kind of, well, once you've seen the story, you've played the game, you've done it. I think I have a problem in playing something that is not goal oriented and thinking that's a good use of my time, because I think, yeah, but I could have put an hour into something that is a big game to finish. I think that's the problem, and I think that's a side effect of having too many games, because you have too many games, so you think I must complete the games I've got.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get through them. So, and if you're in that mode of I've got to finish them, then playing a game like a roguelike game or something that's just, it generates a new time through, that's not going to help you tick off a game on your big done list, is it? Isn't it interesting?
It is. It gives a whole different layer of frustration and kind of weird kind of gaming anxiety. Yeah, I know. It is strange. It's a bit first world problems, but we've created ourselves, I suppose, because I think we've got a lot of more choice, haven't we, of stuff we can pick and choose, and like you say, all these kind of 50 hours, 100 hours, games. It's a lot.
So yeah, we're in a limbo, Grandad. I don't know where to.
Don't you? You need something that you'll kind of pick up, maybe an old game, maybe a new game, a shorter game, maybe that you need that re-inspiration of, oh yeah, this is why I like games.
Yeah,
Like,
I need something that is just pure joy. I think that's what I need.
yeah.
And I'm just not sure what that is right at this minute.
Hmm.
So what about you? Have you been keeping up the other side of the gaming bargain, or have we both completely failed in the remit of being a gaming podcast?
Well, I think what has saved me since the last time we spoke is I had a small gathering with a couple of friends, which is often a good way in to get some games on the table, often multiplayer stuff. So we did have an evening, and we spoke about some of the games before, but we obviously mainly focused on party games. So we picked up Buzz Jungle Party, which was great. So we had a 3-player Jungle Party. So that's with that's PS2. So that's with the
Jungle Party, 3-player Jungle Party. That sounds like some kind of weird.
It does. It might sound a bit odd.
You dress up as people in a jungle, and I don't know. Or is that, or am I just forgetting that Buzz is it that quiz game with the little fella?
It's a quiz game, but they did a series of kid orientated games utilizing the buzzers. So you're like little monkeys basically. So it's like a kind of, you're playing lots of mini games, not unlike sort of Mario Party mini games, but you're still using the buzz controller. So one big red button and 4 colored buttons. The beauty of it is, obviously, particularly if it's in a party environment and you've got sort of drinks flowing, people forget the order of the buttons or where the buttons are very quickly, which just kind of adds to it. And yes, it is aimed at kids, but we had a great time with it. We were probably playing it for a good couple of hours. It does it's round based. It does I think we did the long game, which lasted about, I'd say, 45 minutes, 20 sort of mini games. That was really good fun. And then we also picked up on, which I'm not it'd be interesting to see if you've heard of this. Again, a very old game. And then we went to, original Xbox, and we played something called Fusion Frenzy, which again is on the similar multiplayer aspect. That's quite a considered classic in its day. There was a sequel, Fusion Frenzy 2, but who I was playing with, they dabble with gaming, but they're not, obsessed with gaming. They're not got large collections of consoles and things. So it's very accessible to that much wider audience. They had a great time. Say the controls, different controls depending on the mini game. But again, you just do a round system. There's lots of different things you'll be messing about with. Sort of little buggy multi-craft games. You'll be doing things like just trying to press one button, ducking, ducking, diving. It's pretty basic, but it's good kind of fun. So yeah, that was took up quite, well, I'd say a good sort of hour and a half. And then we did get a bit of classic gaming going. So we played, you will have heard of this, Rock and Roll Racing for the Super Nintendo. That might be a game that if you've not played, that could be your way back in.
Yeah, I do know this, I think. I haven't played it for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe a top-down mini racer is a very good fun. Yeah, that's a bit of a lifesaver. The Fusion Frenzy looks cool, and I didn't realize with I'd forgotten that the Buzz thing is the actual weird controllers, isn't it? With the which that just looks awesome. Like what I mean. Yeah, immediately you can think that's going to be cool because everyone's got one of these controllers with the 4-color.
Yeah.
Good for all ages. Like any version of that now, I'm sure, is all based around your smartphone, and your phone has colored buttons on it. I mean, it's kind of achieves the same thing, but it's not. I know it's not as nice as a tangible physical thing with a bunch of buttons on it, is it?
I don't know exactly, and
That does look really cool. I would probably enjoy that.
yeah, and I say it's a nice kind of aside from the quiz element, which is also great, with lots of people. And again, it cuts through. It doesn't. You can give anyone that, and within a couple of minutes, yeah, they get it. It's colored buttons. It's a big buzzer, so you're in. So that's really good when you're certainly, either having small bashes or getting even family, friends involved. It's a very accessible, fun element to get people involved. And yeah, we spent most of the night playing that. But yeah, there's a lot of other games in that series. So I've only got the Buzz Jungle Party, but I think there's at least 2 or 3 other. One, I think there's a robot one, there's a dinosaur one. So again, there's lots of additional ones to get. I don't think they're that much money. They're creeping up a little bit, but yeah, most of the Buzz stuff is pretty cheap to get hold of, really. But yeah,
This has triggered something in me that is hinting at what I would probably play if I could play anything, but I don't have the means to it. Looking at these controllers has suddenly given me a massive urge to play Guitar Hero with a real.
Oh, I never played
the
that.
physical
Yeah,
guitar.
yeah,
I only ever had Guitar Hero in a Nintendo Wii format, so I don't know which one it was, but I did have the guitar for it.
yeah.
That looking at these controllers, I suddenly have a massive urge to play Guitar Hero with the fingers on the actual buttons because that's the tangibleness. I think that suggests the kind of game that is going to save me here is nothing too heavy in the mechanics and the getting the brain going. I need something that's just visceral and dynamic and highly reactive. You do a thing, something thank you. Notification beep. Wouldn't be a pod without you, thank you. Something visceral and physical with a sense of dynamism and whoa, video games. I think that's what I need. I need to put down some of these complicated build your party, work out your hit points. Maybe I've played the same things for too long. I think that's it.
Yeah, and I do that quite often, and like you say, sometimes it's if I'm getting to that stage, yeah, I'll go for, yeah, like you say, a tangible element. That's why I sort of play a lot of 3D games as well, because again, that's a different visual, isn't it? It's a different form. And I say I've been having quite a lot of yeah, interesting kind of gaming around, yeah, the PS3 3D gaming. But yeah, the buzz, because it just takes you out. It's very different. Um, and yeah, maybe that is something that would kind of spark your kind of interest again. Maybe you need a different experience, a totally different type of game that's using an accessory or yeah.
Yeah. This is it. I need to play something that I don't even know is a game I could play. I know all the games too well. I know what's in my
Yeah.
library. I know I've got a lot of this type of thing. I've got a lot of that type of thing. I need something from complete left field that's like you've never played any of the such and such games. Just
Yeah.
try one of them, but not Sonic because I completed before Christmas. I completed, was it 2 or 3 Sonic games?
You definitely did one, and I think you did two. Yeah.
I completed
Yeah.
Sonic Spinball and I completed Sonic 1.
Pinball. Yeah.
And I think I completed Sonic 2. And I think I'm happy now that gives me um that gives me Sonic credentials.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done Sonic. That's fine. Yeah, I need something different. I need something. Don't know.
A game with an accessory. What about gun games? Like gun, and I mean, you can't really do like the like traditional like gun games because they all needed CRTs. But what
Yeah,
about
no, that would be a challenge. That would be a challenge.
yeah,
Maybe I could sift through the hundreds of games that PlayStation Plus has allowed me to play and just rummage until I see something that I have no idea what it is, and just
yeah,
or okay, there is one other thing that I think I would probably enjoy putting more time in, and that is play some more No Man's Sky. You know No Man's Sky, the space game?
third, yeah. Bit of that.
Purely because, as you may also know, I've been watching loads of Star Trek still. I'm on my Star Trek Next Generation first time watching all of it watched through. So when you're watching Star Trek, you're ready for some space games, aren't you? Really, you want that. Give me some space. Maybe I should play some of that and just go and explore and fly my ship around. Don't know.
Yeah,
So yeah, I may have lied to you in the first part of this pod, Grandad. I did play 2 nights ago, or whenever it was, in an attempt to. Okay, I'm just going to play something. What have I got? I played the Exit 8. Now,
yeah,
I think you're already aware of this because,
yeah,
once again, one of our friends said that he'd had a crack at this, and that reminded me that I'd had it sitting around because PlayStation Plus made that available to me. So, yeah, are you aware of the premise of this game, Exit 8?
yeah. Not really. Is it like a kind of spooky horror type game where you're wandering around?
It is. It's a walking simulator kind of
Yeah,
horror um, puzzle little curio where it's a first person game. It starts. There's no instructions. There's no anything. You're just stood there in what is obviously like a subway station, and you see a sign above you that's pointing towards exit, and you just follow this yellow line on the floor. And the objective of the game, as far as I'm aware, is to try and find exit 8 and get out. And the way it does this is you first of all, it looks like you're looping around. You follow this line and you get back to where you started, and you think, oh, that's odd, and maybe you turn back and you whatever. If you just keep going, you'll finally get to a point where there's like some guidance on the wall, like an underground sign, and it tells you the basic premise of the game, which is you're supposed to keep going, but if you notice an anomaly, anything that looks out of place, essentially, or something spooky happens, you need to turn back. And if you don't see any anomalies, keep going. And that is the basic guidance of the game. And the entire game is built around that. And it's really cool because you're going forwards and you get to the sign on the wall like you're in an underground station, and it says that you're this way for exit 1. And if you keep pushing on, and let's say you go around the corner, and one point I went around the corner and there's like a air vent and something was slowly dripping out of the air vent. So it's like, that's not normal. And you turn around and you go back, and then because I went back, I eventually got to exit the sign for exit 2. So it's kind of like, okay, I've got as far as 2.
Yeah.
And then you keep going, and it's been really clever because the anomalies that have happened, sometimes it's just a visual change on a poster or something that looks a bit out of place. Like there's a little poster with a kid's face on it, and at one point the kid's face had turned into like crayon drawing, slightly scary. Like, okay, that's not normal. That wasn't there before. And then at other times it's a more obvious ghost incident. The coolest one I've had so far was where I could kind of make out that the ceiling, something on the metal plating on the ceiling looked a bit weird, and I found myself in a position where when I looked up, like all these weird patterns on the tiles on the ceiling actually made like a face that was like,
Yeah, right.
like a haunted ceiling. It's like, that's not normal. And some of them are quite creepy. It's not overt horror, but it's done a really good job. Oh, apart from the river of blood that sort of was rushing towards me, that was quite full on. But the rest have been quite subtle. And there's this one other person, like a Japanese businessman, that's wandering around this thing with you, and he's walking in the opposite direction. So this whole station has about 4 turns, and it just repeats the same structure. So you turn, and then you're in this corridor, and you know the guy's going to come around the corridor, and he's going to walk towards you, and you're just staring at everything around you really intently to try and find and see, is anything out of place? Is anything out of place? And sometimes you think, no, it's normal. I haven't seen anything weird. And you get around the corner, and you're presented with the sign that shows exit 0, and you know you've gone wrong because you've gone back to 0. And it's like, what? And it's really clever because you swear that there was no anomalies on that part, and you're like, what was it? What was because there must have been something, otherwise it wouldn't have reset. So you have this of get to 0, get to 1, get to 2, get to 3, like, and then suddenly you're back to 0, and you don't know what it was that was the thing that was out of place that you missed. And the ones that I really remember, some of the best ones have been involving this guy that just walks past you. Because one time he walked past me, and I don't know if I saw it the first time. I think it might have been only on the second occurrence of this, I realised that he was just too tall. Like, and it took me a moment to realise, oh, yeah, he's almost as tall as the ceiling. That's not right. And that's an anomaly. Turn around, go away. And then the best one involving him. Normally he just walks past you. He's holding He's holding a briefcase in his right hand and a phone in his left hand, and I've been looking at him really intently. And one time he walked past me, and as he walked past me, he turned to look at me and watched me go. And it was just really creepy because he hadn't done that before. And it's like, oh, that's an anomaly. That's weird.
You can't. Can you talk to him, or is he always
Oh
like?
no, there's nothing to
Oh,
do. There's no buttons. You don't interact with anything. You just go forwards or backwards, or you look at what's around you. And it's really neat. The way it's getting you to stare. Something odd happens to your brain. You've been round this loop of subway so many times that you start to get really accustomed to it, and you think, I know exactly what's going to be on this wall because I've seen it so many times. But then you're staring at everything, like really, really intently, trying to spot what's the thing that's out of place. And sometimes it is a obvious spooky thing, like you see what looks like a figure at the end of the corridor, but they're not really clear. They're just like semi there. That's where the whole supernatural thing comes into play. So yeah, that has been good. That was one thing that was a successful break in the drought because it's a quirky idea. You don't need to know an awful lot. It's just the experience of this gameplay loop that's very clever. I'm gonna boot it back up and I'm gonna try, and I do want to try and finish it. So yeah, shout out to that, and to Nintendo Lad for mentioning that and reminding me to play it, because that has been a discovery. Awesome stuff.
cool.
And what's more, as I think he also mentioned, there's a film called Exit 8, and I don't know whether it was based on the game or the game came out at the same time as the film, but there is an actual film, which I really want to watch now, which is, I think, the same premise of some guy that's just trapped in a station and he just going on an endless loop. So I really should watch that at some point. What were we talking about, Grandad? Exit 8, yeah. I think I've made a plan that I'm going to watch that movie tonight. I looked it up. The game is an adaptation of the film,
Okay.
which is really neat. Like that's cool because it looks from the screenshots of the film like the film is identical. Like the game is just 100% recreated. I think what this character in the movie is going to do. So yeah, that might be really interesting.
Have you seen? You're a big fan of Monster Hunter, aren't you?
I am indeed. Yes. See,
It's not a film.
what's happened to my Monster Hunter playing? I haven't played Monster
Yeah, that's
Hunter
a
in
good
about.
point, actually. Yeah.
I haven't touched it in about 6 months. It's terrible. Maybe that is the thing I should do. Maybe that is what I should do. Anyway, were you?
Yeah, is there a film of that?
Yeah, it's absolutely atrocious.
No good.
Yeah,
No.
it's just an abomination. Even as a regular film, I don't think it's very good.
No, right.
It's just did not enjoy that. What was it I wrote about the Monster Hunter movie? Let me have a look.
Did you write something about it? I've never seen it, but yeah, I do. Well, I've still to this day never played a Monster Hunter game, have I?
No.
I've seen you play one, but yeah, I've not actually played one.
Yeah, I do love Monster Hunter games, and I
Mm.
would be up for just going back to that. But the only snag is they are quite skill intensive, and if you haven't played it in a few months and you've forgotten the controls a little bit, there's always a bit of time
Yeah.
getting your muscle memory back and remembering how you used to do it. It definitely benefits from not putting it down, but yeah, I miss it actually because I've been feeling that like I want to play it, but it's kind of I've kind of semi forgotten stuff again.
That's the old problem, isn't it? Yeah.
Let's have a look here. Did I leave a ridiculous review of this movie? I don't. Did I?
quite an old film now, isn't it?
Oh
Hmm.
dear. My review, I gave it 1 stars, and
On.
my first line was a travesty.
Okay.
The Monster Hunter universe that comes from the game franchise is awash with awesome, distinctive styles, characters, motifs, and music. And so naturally, this movie does its best to eschew all of them, or butcher the ones it chooses to include. F this, is what I said.
Oh dear. You gave it one, but you didn't give it half. So,
No, this was in the era when I wouldn't give half stars to things because I
okay.
thought half stars were dumb. I don't know. I don't. I do give half stars now. I've changed
Yeah,
my opinion.
yeah. Oh dear. So yeah, no good then.
Yeah, and that has reminded me of the other another game I may well go back to, which is a brain type game. But I mentioned this to you in the chat the other day because it was just been released on Switch, and that's Blue Prince.
Oh yeah,
Prince, as in the artist formerly known as.
yeah.
Um, but that being a play on blueprints, as in schematics. Yeah, Blueprints is very cool. There's another walking simulator type game, but it's a combination of like a kind of escape room type thing where you enter this house every day and you've only got a certain number of times you're allowed to step into different rooms, and within that set number of rooms you're trying to solve the puzzle of the house, and each time you do a loop you unlock different things so that your next day when you come back in you know a little bit more and you can unlock a little bit more and you find more clues. um, yeah, that's really neat. Some brain power needed, but no huge skills. It's just
Hmm.
walking around, and I would like to get further in that. So maybe I'll pick that up again. So should we talk about some gaming news, Grandad?
It's just some gaming news. Have you found any gaming news?
Bloody hell! Well, I haven't really. I mean, I suggested we talk about gaming news, but in typical fashion, I have. I do stay up to date with gaming news in general.
Yeah.
From a few YouTubers, but nothing's really come along that has excited me that much. I mean, the gaming industry, by all intents and purposes, is slowly collapsing. I don't know if you're ever aware of that, um, which might come as no surprise to you, given it's not the golden era. Uh,
Hmm.
the Xbox fella left Xbox.
Oh
Did
yeah.
you see that?
Yeah. I did. Yeah, I did see that.
And apparently, I only saw this yesterday, and I had missed this. Xbox have announced the next console.
Ah, yeah. I did have. Yeah.
It's yeah, Project Helix,
Yeah.
and it's going to play PC games as well, which is kind of fair enough.
It's a
Xbox are
kind
good.
of PC anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, Xbox, like that handheld thing they've done recently is kind of like, well, it's kind of a handheld PC, isn't it? Really. And
Yeah.
anyway, I haven't really read up on this. I don't know how much information was announced. Probably not a lot. It's probably just hey, this is its code name, and
They're gonna make another. Yeah. That's the thing. I can't get too excited about. Well, I stopped being excited about sort of console releases a long time ago, but particularly, yeah, sort of Xbox, PlayStation. I mean, I always wonder how much further can they go with it, with the graphics. And I mean, we've all got super high definition TVs now. We've got 4K stuff. You can't really, there's no real market for 8K really, is there? Not that I'm aware of.
no,
Limited, but
I have a feeling the next big revolution that will be forced upon us is probably going to be AI in gaming. And
mm,
you'll be able to have dynamic conversations with people in NPCs in a game that are not scripted at all.
Oh
They'll
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah,
completely unique.
yeah.
Um, I mean, everyone in the world is determined to put AI into everything they possibly can,
Yeah.
and probably because that lets them tell investors that, hey, we're putting AI in this, so you can give us loads of money, and we're going to make you rich because AI is the thing, and everyone's like, yeah. I don't know. Who knows how it will affect gaming if in the future? We'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm interested though as well. If particularly if this new console, do you think anyone is going to be bold and start to look at non-physical media, or do you think there's still a bit of apprehension around that? Because I think that's what they want. I think that's what the big companies do want, to be a complete, essentially a streaming service and digital media. But I'm not sure. Yeah, do you think these next
Oh, for
batches of
sure.
consoles?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
There's no way. I don't think either the next PlayStation or whatever this Helix thing turns out is. I think there's no way they will have disk drives. I think
yeah.
it's done. Like the PS5 Pro, you have to buy the thing
The
separately.
thing that's already making you buy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't see it. I just think they will just ditch it. Like I don't think
I think it's coming. Yeah.
it's just gonna go. It is gonna go, isn't it? Um,
So, and they will argue that, well, they can't realistically fit that amount of data on a disk. They're already saying, even in Xbox One days, though, wasn't it, that you were kind of just buying a license anyway. The disc would probably not have most of the game on anyway, and it would immediately, as soon as you put it in the disk drive, it downloads, updates, it puts extra information on. Yeah, so I was never that convinced that you were buying a complete game anyway, because it needed, yeah, additional kind of, yeah, software updates from day one. So,
yeah, yeah. The days of complete game code on a cartridge or whatever, and it's just
hmm,
that's it. It's never going to change. You just plug it in. That is well, it's never coming back. Yeah, that's not happening. So yeah, no other real news has made me really notice, apart from say all the sort of job layoffs and the Xbox stuff happening.
hmm.
Spotted anything that has piqued my interest? I mean, these I guess this year the big thing this year is just GTA.
Yeah,
But I haven't heard anything else about that either, really, because I'm not that fussed. Uh,
I've not heard anything, but I don't know if you find this. There appeared to be some leaks around some footage, but a lot of it was kind of you couldn't really tell if it was real or not. And this is where AI becomes a problem, isn't it? I saw some apparently behind the scenes footage, and then I saw lots and lots of kind of supposed leaked footage. But it was getting so hard now to determine what is real and what isn't. I couldn't really decide if any of it was real, so it might just be a lot of hype. And yeah, I'm not quite sure where we are with it. Have they released any kind of footage, and have we got an actual release date? Isn't it supposed to be coming out end of 2026?
yeah, November
November.
2026, I think, is the
Oh, okay.
suggestion.
You're right.
Um,
But like you say, I can't get too excited about it because I mean, yes, it's just Grand Theft Auto, though, isn't it? So
well, yeah, unless
it looks
I suppose
nice.
this is the thing, unless we've seen a trailer and everyone knows what GTA is, and
Yeah.
but maybe they got something up their sleeve for this that will be as revolutionary as GTA 3 was, being one of the first times you could get into a car and drive the car, then get out, and then
Yeah.
look seamless. Maybe if it does something that is as big a leap, maybe come November I'll be looking at it and saying to you, "Oh man, I just really want to experience it. I'm going to get it." But if it's just a bigger, better GTA with
Well, it's gonna.
graphics and a
Yeah,
bigger world, and then I don't know if that would really excite me that much.
I think they're going for photorealism, so whether that's enough, but yeah, uh, you're right. I'm not sure what else other than just improving on, yeah, graphics. I mean, it's going to play the same, isn't it? Essentially, unless there's
Well,
any.
again, yeah, you kind of assume it will, but what have they got something? Is there something that's that no one is going to predict in this, and it will be a massive leap because it's been developed for so long. I just don't know. Like
No.
it's generally it's quite exciting to find out because I do enjoy seeing the innovations and the big leaps,
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
at the same time, I don't know. I think things there's always tons of great games. I don't believe there's not good games, and I don't believe there's not good games made now that aren't as good as old games. Old games are good in a different way, but I do feel like there hasn't been anything. Nothing's entered my consciousness for a while that's really made me think, "Wow,
No.
I want to experience that. I need that."
Yeah, yeah. I find that it's and it's like when I watch those state of plays and things, yes, everything looks amazing, but there's nothing that really shouts out and think, well, yeah, no, and like you say, it's that lasting impression. Same when you go to see a film, some a really good film, you remember and you've had that experience and you take something from that that I don't find that with new games at all, and not for a long time. Nothing's ever had that kind of impact on me. And like I say, there are good games out there. There are good newer games, but yeah, it'd be interesting. But yeah, I think we're certainly moving towards that. Yeah, self-contained, digital only, 70, 80 quid, 300, $400 million games that just yeah, I mean, that's the way the industry is, if that makes the money, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I tell you what I did get out, you'll laugh at this. I bought it about 4 or 5 months ago. Uh Talking about different experiences. Where is it? Hang on. I bought a little wheel for the Nintendo Switch a long
Oh,
time. What's this? The Mario Kart Racing Wheel Pro Mini. There's actually two of these. This is the kids version, to be fair.
right.
Um, but well, it was quite good fun. I picked it up very reasonable, but yeah, I literally probably bought it 3 or 4 months ago. So yeah, plugged it in, Mario Kart 8 straight in. It was quite interesting being a small wheel. Because obviously it feels like you're driving a little cart, aren't you? So it
So
kind of fitting, yeah.
is it like a desktop thing then?
Yeah, it's just that it's not got any force feedback, so it's not like a massive buggy tech sort of experience. It's quite small, but that added to the charm of it because yeah, you're driving carts, aren't you? So I had a good bit of fun with that. There is actually a bigger version that's quite a bit of money. So there's like an adult's wheel, but that's like I think goes for about 90 quid.
Oh my god.
But again, what we were saying earlier, you know, half an hour, 40 minutes. I plugged this in, put it on the big screen. Yeah, it was just a bit different, bit of fun, something nice to do. Um, no pressure to complete any 10, 20 hour game. It was enough to give like an arcade feel. Um, as as to whether, that experience will last, I don't know, because it does feel quite plasticky. It is it is. It feels cheap, but then I presume, yeah, the much more expensive version. I think that has got force feedback actually, the bigger one. But again, it was just been lying around for months, so it was just good fun to break it out and actually utilize it.
Have you had any sign of this Virtual Boy Switch thing?
Yeah, I heard of it. I've not seen. Is that there's Virtual Boy games, isn't it, for Nintendo Switch Online?
Yeah, I didn't know whether it had actually released yet, but it has released. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you can get the new Virtual Boy peripheral to play with your Nintendo Online.
Right.
I'm not going to bother with that. It's like,
Is that like a pseudo red VR kind of headset thing?
yeah, I don't think I need to do it. Oh, there's a cardboard version of it as well.
Yeah.
If you don't want to buy the big thing, yeah,
Oh, so it is a proper like crumbs. It's quite expensive.
yeah, 70,
Of course it
about
is.
67 quid for this thing.
No, I always wanted a Virtual Boy back in the day, and at the time, it was quite affordable. I didn't. Obviously, you'd still have to import it, and you'd have to faff about with plugs and adapters. But then that time passed, retro just went through the roof, and they are astonishingly expensive now. So, but I always wanted to, and I know they've got a bad rap, that they're probably not, it's supposed to be not a great experience, you're supposed to get headaches. But I always kind of wanted one sat in a gaming room, and yeah, just for the kind of fun of it, but I've never so I've seen one in a museum a long time ago, but I've never played on one.
No, me neither. Me neither.
No. It's astonishing failure for Nintendo, but yeah, they are like a lot of things, they're really expensive if you want to get a real one. But no, I wonder what this Switch thing's like. Crumbs, yeah.
Yeah, I will probably never find out. I can't imagine I'll even bother to pick this up if it turned up.
Yeah, I've played some of the games on ROMs with Virtual Boy. I don't know if you have. That again, they're not that engaging. I mean, I know you're supposed to be playing it through a headset, but I think there's only about 20, 30 games in for the entire library.
Oh,
It's very
yeah,
small.
that's nothing, is it? Really? That's a bit weird.
Yeah. Because it was just such a failure. Um, oh God, it's less than that. Yeah, so 14 official retail releases and a total 22 game library.
Wow.
Um, and yeah, I mean, you've got Tetris, you've got golf, you've got the usual Nintendo uh, games here. There was Mario Tennis, Mario Clash. But yeah, and there's just some Japanese exclusives. But yeah, very small library. And interestingly, um, it was the inventor of the Game Boy who created the Virtual Boy, but the Virtual Boy was a massive failure.
Hmm. Yeah, it's I wish Nintendo would just do a new thing instead of trying to resurrect
I
Pirates
tried with
Play
this
Virtual
at
Boy.
the time. Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like I find it that it's a bit sad that they've not ventured into any new 3D or VR or
You
anything,
mean like VR, like proper VR? Yeah.
because the 3DS was good
Yeah.
and
True.
novel and very unique, and playing something like Astrobot on the PlayStation in VR and how cool that is, you think, wow, if Nintendo took their platforming skills and
Yeah.
came up
True.
with something, I mean, they obviously can't be a it can't be a mistake. They must just see no value in it, or
Or maybe the Virtual Boy scared them off. because
Yeah.
it was quite ahead of its time, but maybe that has made them think that's not the direction.
They also need to come up with some new IPs, in my view.
Mm.
Like, I glanced at what was happening with the Switch, and there's a new Mario Tennis thing, and there's a Mario
It's always Mario Tennis,
football. And it's
Mario
like the
Golf.
same bloody
Yeah.
things over and over again. It has a Mario Tennis, a Mario Party, here's a Mario
Yeah,
Football, here's another Pokemon game, and
yeah.
just I can't, I genuinely can't think of anything. I know Donkey Kong Bonanza is meant to be very good, and I've played it for a bit, and it does seem like a lot of fun. But I think they need a new thing. I think they need something.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't think they do. Maybe they don't need to. If people just keep lapping up the Mario's and stuff, but
Well, that's the thing, I guess. If you're pumping all the money into that, and that is making the money, do they want to? Are they? Yeah, it's a shame though. Like you say, I think they do. Mind you, we haven't had a new Star Fox Starwing game for a while, have we?
no, that's true. They seem to have abandoned
Yeah.
Star Fox
That was quite.
franchise. They have. Yeah, that seems to have been ditched. There was that thing a while back that they did for it. That came with all the toys. Do you remember that?
I do. Yeah.
There was some attempt to.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what it is, but
Not Amiibo, was it?
was it Amiibo or was it?
There is Amiibo figures for Star Fox.
There was something that they came up with.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't go there.
No. I remember on the SNES, that was a big thing in the day because that was the Super FX chip, wasn't it?
Mm.
With Star Fox. Well, Star Fox in America, Starwing in Europe. I'll tell you what I did pick up, actually. I had not many pickups recently, but I got Super Stardust in VR for £4. PS4. That was very good. I mean, it's good anyway, but particularly in VR, yeah. That was a good quick blast. I have got it already in 3D. So again, the same game in lots of different elements and styles, but yeah, VR was say another different kind of immersive feel to it. Headphones on, PS4 VR headset. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I still haven't experienced that in VR. I would like that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I do want to play, but unfortunately, it's not on PlayStation yet. Did you ever play Thumper VR?
I've got that, yeah, for the Quest because you told me to buy it. Yeah, I remember playing that.
Yeah, bloody love that.
Yeah.
And then their next game has been out for a while on PC called Thrasher.
Right.
And again, you can play that in VR.
Yeah.
But no sign of a PlayStation release. Now, given that they did Thumper, I'm kind of hopeful. I'm thinking they probably will.
Yeah.
That is the kind of thing. If that was available now, Thrasher for PlayStation VR, I would be all over that because that again, I really want to know how this plays the next one. I mean, I could get it and play it on the Steam Deck. It's Steam Deck verified, which means it's meant to run well on it. But and it's only £8.50. But I want to play it in VR. Like, hurry up and release it on PlayStation VR, you assholes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe only £8. Maybe I could just get it and play it for a bit on this.
And in terms of uh, challenges. I have to admit, I have failed this time in Zelda. I've not got any further. So I am still at least, I'm over halfway, but I've not picked it up. So I'm really worried that I'm getting to that critical stage of sort of forgetting or
Hmm.
I mean, I know the threads, I've got the castles to do, but do you know what I mean? It's getting to that point where I've got to pick it up again and just kind of keep the momentum because otherwise I will lose it and I will just not return to it. So I've got to
Yeah,
complete
for sure.
it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could go back and play some more Breath of the Wild. I could do that. Amazing game. I could totally do that. I do think, I think it comes back to what I said earlier. I think I've played these kinds of games predominantly for quite a while, and I think I've just hit a slight saturation point where,
Mm,
as much as I would enjoy it, I'm just not feeling that. And I think I think the answer is to go and play something more immediate, less complicated, a bit more simple mechanics, but just fun visually and sound wise.
mm.
Simple is probably the way to go, which is kind of sounding a bit more like retro, isn't it? Which is, again, is
Oh, yeah.
the death of Mr Tech here, like not touching the modern game. But there must be a modern game that's there that would satisfy my urge for massive graphics and 60 frames a second, but also just give me something immediately satisfying.
I thought you were gonna, have you not completed that Terminator 2 game that we got? I thought you were gonna complete.
No, I haven't. I should probably just put that
Short
on
game, that
easy.
is. Yeah, yeah, it's really
Yeah, I
short.
should just crank that on easy and get through that because I did want to see all the levels.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and it was very good, but yeah, I was getting a little bit frustrated at having to do the restarts all the time. But you've got through it, have you, on easy?
Yeah, yeah, which is it's saying something in itself, but yeah, yeah, I can, I did complete it. I did do it on easy intentionally. It was surprisingly short. I think it's under an hour to do it,
Oh wow.
and yeah, it took a, and we once you get the hang of it, and yeah, quite a few restarts and things. But once you're pretty efficient at it, yeah, it's a pretty short game, and it's not really great, but even I, and then probably I will revisit it and I'll just knock the difficulty up a little bit. But yeah, it's I would if that's what you're after in terms of that quick burst, nothing too taxing, um, a good enough challenge, and yeah, not too frustrating. So I didn't just fly through it. A few deaths, a few restarts, but yeah, if you're after a quite um, yeah, short game. You can do that in an hour. Mhm.
I should do that. I should get my money's worth and see it all because yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it
And well
was
worth seeing it to the end, I might say. Yeah.
it was fun. I'm sure I'll turn it round, but at the moment, yeah, we're struggling a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well, I was struggling today. Like, today I had the biggest first world problems of, yeah. I set aside, I don't know, an hour or two. I thought I'm gonna play some stuff. So I looked at everything. I looked at, and I've got quite, as you know, quite a lot of consoles, quite a lot of games. Um, and I was in that, I can only describe as like a game paralysis of too much choice and not really knowing what I wanted. So I ended up not playing anything,
mm, mm.
which is a bit of a, I say, total first world problem. But it was like, do I want arcade? Do I want racing? Do I want big screen? Do I want, yeah, VR? Do I want 3D? And by the time I'd kind of tried to determine what I wanted, the time had passed, and yeah, I don't, do you ever kind of get that kind of
Yeah, yeah. Well, I had it the other night. Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
oh, I'm gonna play some games, and I turned on.
yeah,
I thought about because I've abandoned that game that we fell out, I was just looking at my menu of all these other things, and I just look at
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's
I don't know. And the things that I really enjoy, that I do always really enjoy when I do them, like the um, Gran Turismo with the pedals and that. I mean, that's always amazing, but that
yeah,
you need a bit of energy for that. You do need to sort of get yourself, because it's quite physical, and
yeah,
there was just nothing I had that was readily available that I thought, oh, I'll have a blast of that. I think that's probably where that's the time where you want your handheld. Really, I should probably just turn on that on the Retroid and get it to wait till the screensaver starts and it shows me something I don't know,
that's what I was
and just like,
thinking.
oh, do that. I
Yeah,
should do that. I should do that.
I think that's it, isn't it? You need that little avenue. It's like the streaming dilemma, isn't it? If you've got more than one streamer, you end up just flicking through endless movies, and you don't end up picking one because it's almost like it's an
Yeah,
overload of
yeah.
choice. But like you say, I think maybe we either need themes or, like you say, if we're doing beat 'em ups, are we going through a pattern of let's do all the Streets of Rages, or like you say, handhelds, randomizing would be a really good way of, yeah, okay, whatever it determines, that's what I'll go and play. And then you might go down different rabbit holes then of discovering new and interesting games you've never played before, and then that kind of springboards you off. So I think particularly if we've like we have got a lot of choice, maybe that's our way through to actually play stuff. We need a little bit of a hook like that, don't we?
Yes, that is a good idea. And I might try the idea I had earlier of digging through the PS Plus offerings and just seeing
Yeah,
what's in there that might be the lesser known things, and just
yeah, yeah,
download it and have a crack. But yeah.
yeah. So in conclusion, what are you going to play something now? What am I going to play?
I'm gonna try and get out of that subway station, and I think I'm gonna reboot. I'm gonna restart that Blueprints.
Yep.
I think a gentle walking simulator type thing might be good here. Just strolling around, bit of
Yeah,
puzzle solving. Yeah, I think that might do it. I'm gonna try that and see how I get on,
yeah.
and we'll find out on the next pod whether I'm still a gamer and if I've managed to resurrect my passion, or whether it's just a fug that needs to be shaken off. I'm guessing it's going to be a fug.
Yeah, I think it will be.
I think I spent too long putting hours into one game because that's what I thought was going to be the new strategy this year, and actually, it's just destroyed me because I'm like, I've forgotten everything else and trying to finish this bloody game that disrespected my time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
But yeah, so we shall see next time. But yes, thank you to everyone who has listened to us today on Grandad and Mr Tech.
Thank you indeed. We hope you're not stuck in a gaming fug. Please drop your suggestions for some good games in the comments. We would like that.
Yeah,
That
that'd be
would be
handy
good.
as well. Yeah.
Oh, happily, just someone tell me something to go and play. Just tell me
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Good plan.
Good plan. Right. Make it so. Engage.